Welcome to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the More You Knows podcasting network. We're here in the ring with Jimmy, Rod, and Chris. And Rod, we are on Legoland Wi-Fi, so we gotta go.
We sure do. I am here in Winter Haven, Florida. A stone's throw, Jimmy. A stone's throw from the Performance Center. I can feel the wrestling in my veins.
Chris, do you think Rod should just go over and see if he can get into Mania?
I mean, he needs to at least put in his bona fides to NXT and be like, hey, I'm a future manager if there ever was one. Could you imagine?
How dare you?
Could you imagine Rod taking up the new Mouth of the South mantra? He'd be great at it.
The mouth of the South from Northern Indiana. I think that would be a great thing to do. Rod, what is one great thing about Legoland? Then we got to get into wrestling because we don't know when we're going to lose Rod.
Do you want to know what's great about Legoland? Is the fact that Legoland is not as busy as every other theme park you've been to. All right. So you still actually have a chance to enjoy Legoland if you can get down here right now, right? There's not incredibly long lines. There's not people everywhere. You can enjoy the Legoland attractions. That's what I would say is good about Legoland so far.
Wonderful. He didn't mention any of the rides or anything, Chris. You a little worried about that?
No, as a dad, that's not what makes you interested in a theme park.
It's getting out alive and not killing anyone.
Yeah, not having to wait forever for everything.
In Legoland's defense, today was only our water park day. Tomorrow is the ride day. So if you'd have got me tomorrow, Jimmy, perhaps I'd have given you something about the Legoland Brick City Spectacular roller coaster.
Okay, let's get into it. It is WrestleMania week. We saw Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins get their butts kicked again by the Rock and Roman Reigns. Will we see that this coming weekend? We've got a lot of matches to talk about, but gentlemen, we have the actual match rundown. The layout of the matches has been produced by Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer, and it's kind of what I think we thought it would be. Rhea and Becky, I think, opening Saturday is a really good place for them to be. Going back here, Becky Lynch the past couple years has been up and down. She was the champion at one point, had to give it up during the pandemic because she was pregnant, came back, and they made her a bad guy. And you don't make Becky Lynch the man a bad guy. They took the man moniker away from her, and only this past year had they gotten it back to where she is now one of the top baby faces in the company. But Rod, your girl, your wrestler of the year from 2023, Rhea Ripley, has been dominant in the few matches she's wrestled. Character-wise, none better, though, than Rhea Ripley right now.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of see where Rhea's at right now as kind of being where we're angry at Roman for being, right? I don't really see an offshoot of the Rhea Ripley is dominant champion ramp right now. As much as I love Becky, as much as I love she's a scrapper and she cannot be beat and she has stamina, right? We've told all these great stories now through the Nia Jax left turn that all of us on this podcast questioned, right? But we got some good storytelling and some good character building out of Becky for that. But I still see Rhea has to dominate here and leave WrestleMania as champion again. That's how I see it. Chris, do you see it differently?
I see it a little differently. I think I see this as more of a long-term feud that takes us through SummerSlam, where you see Rhea win, but something is funky. I don't know what, maybe, but something is funky that makes Becky upset and want a rematch. And then they fight about that, and then maybe Becky has to go against Nia again to get, or whatever. But I see it as being more of a long-term feud getting us to SummerSlam between the two of them.
I would hate to see WrestleMania be a conduit for continuing storylines. Usually like to see WrestleMania end storylines, but unfortunately, gentlemen, I think we are going to see a little bit more of that this year than normal. And if you are listening to us on X, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook right now, you're watching, throw some comments in the chat, ask some questions. We'd love to hear from you to see who you think is going to win. And we're going to go to our predictions right now between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Chris, why don't you go first? Because I think you already kind of gave yours out.
Yeah, Rhea. It's going to be Rhea.
Chris says Rhea. Rod, who you got?
I'd love to predict Becky Lynch here. She's doing the rounds of interviews with people because her book just came out. Our guy, the Cleveland Clipper, he got himself an autographed copy sent to him in the mail, but I'm going Rhea Ripley.
All right. So here's the thing. Do I go with my heart or do I go with trying to mess with you folks? I don't see Rhea Ripley losing. I don't know why. Not every title can change hands at WrestleMania. I mean, it could, but I don't think it's going to. So I think this is one of those that's going to stick. I have Rhea Ripley coming out on top on this one as well. Maybe go on to SummerSlam eventually. But I think we might go somewhere else. So I've got Rhea Ripley winning that one. The second match, so that's going to be a really good opener. The people are going to be hot for Rhea. They're going to be hot for Becky Lynch. I love that as an opener. I think that's really good. 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. We have Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth versus DIY versus New Day versus the New Catch Republic. Still getting used to that one. Versus A-Town Down with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Gentlemen, this will be a spectacle. This will be an amazing feat. People are going to try to one-up each other to a point where it's going to get dangerous. And Rod, you're all about danger, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. But Jimmy, I think the biggest thing I'm all about for this match is how they made it a specific deal to tell us that the match does not end until both tag team belts are pulled down from the sky. So I think that means what our guy, the old man, who we given enough guff to on this podcast, right? Because he has a lot of wild takes that are completely insane. But I believe he was the first one who brought to the forefront that we could see a split of the belts. And I think our man Chris is onto something here. So, like, I'd like to go for somebody else to give their answers, but I'm going to have two answers when you come back to me.
Wow. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you're splitting the belts up here. And I think we're going to see Awesome Truth get a belt. And I think you're going to see Finn and Damian keep the other.
So you're kind of going both then. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Shouldn't be producing and talking at the same time. Sorry, folks. So I think that you're on to something where they're going to split the belts. I really hate that, though. I really hate it because I don't know. Do we have enough tag teams? I guess we do. We have enough male tag teams. We can get some more in there as well.
We had enough where we were able to have a competition to get into a 6-team ladder match. All right, so that means there was at least 5 other teams out there that didn't get in. So I think we have enough, and some of these guys are good, and we had some teams that were even involved.
Man, you're right. So wait, so if R-Truth takes down a blue belt and Tommaso Ciampa takes down a blue belt, are they the tag team champions for the blue brand? Is that what we're doing?
See, Jimmy, that's a fair question, right? That's a fair question. That's the one thing I didn't take into account when I think about how I believe that the belts are going to be split, right? Are we going to have Johnny Gargano at one point is pulling down a belt at the same time as The Miz? You know what I mean? Like you're talking about there. Are we going to have Chris? I think you're dead wrong here on something. I don't think there's any way, shape, or form that Damian Priest or Finn Balor walk out of this match with the belts. I just don't. I think that we're moving on for both of those guys. So I think
they're going to start to split up even more. Yeah, because we've seen a lot of dissension in Judgment Day. I mean, even yesterday, Dom is just throwing people in. He doesn't even care who's in the Judgment Day anymore.
They took over Damian Priest's dartboard, Jimmy. We all understood one thing about the Judgment Day. When you take Damian Priest's dartboard, you really are doing him dirty. All right. So the fact that, you know, Legado del Fantasma came back there, played a little bit of darts on Damian Priest's sainted dartboard, right? Because he's an archer of infamy. It's a whole thing, I believe, why they're doing it. I think that Chris is onto something with R-Truth and The Miz, but I like the second tag team to be Jimmy's guys, DIY.
Me too. Me too. So I look at this as who needs a WrestleMania moment or who's earned a WrestleMania moment. The Miz has had plenty. He's main evented, went on last at a WrestleMania and won, or retained, should I say, retained his championship. But R-Truth hasn't, and R-Truth has done a fantastic job since coming back. I think this would be a cool moment for him. It's the Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental Championship moment. It's something that's kind of out of nowhere, but here you can see it. And then I think DIY, actually. Triple H has loved DIY since the day they came in. He pushed them very heavily in NXT. They're two veterans that, let's give them a good WrestleMania moment. New Day has had theirs. We've had
no chance New Day wins this, Jimmy. No,
I don't
chance.
think so. I don't think so. The New Catch Republic is still new. I'm not really too worried about that.
Jimmy, seriously, listen, I love your guys, Jim. I love your guys, but we got to do something about the New Catch Republic, don't we? I mean, you said it yourself. You're getting used to it. We got to do something about that. It's a dumb name. What does it even mean?
Dumb name. Oh, that's a good point. Catch. Okay, so Catch's Catch Can Wrestling is a form of wrestling where it's those moves on the ground. Grappling,
so it's the finger breaking stuff.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, let's just put it that way for now. Yeah.
So we have named 3 to 5 different types of wrestling, and apparently none of them are correct. So I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that's what it is. It's a wrestling type. It's not finger breaking.
Nobody's ever seen, Chris.
All right,
though. They talk about it all the time.
Yeah. So we have Rod going with Awesome Truth and DIY, me too, and then Chris going with Awesome Truth and Judgment Day, which means Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, and the New Day will be winning the championship.
No, Jimmy, I don't think Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are making the match. I think they're getting replaced on Friday night.
I think they are too by a pretty deadly team, perhaps.
Oh, yes. Ooh. I didn't think it was my boys. Let's go for that one. You know I'm all up for that. Yes, boy.
In a feud that has gone on for literally days and days, we have Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, the Rey and Dominic has gone on a little farther than that, but completely random. Let's get everybody in together. Let's throw a match together. Why don't we do this? This is going to further, I think, divide Dominic from Judgment Day. Or maybe Judgment Day from Dominic, and he just takes over. I think this is going to be Dragon Lee's going to show us some stuff. Very, very hard to follow this match, though. This match is going to be a very tiring match because of that awesome ladder match beforehand. This is a bathroom break match because we're probably already about an hour and a half into the show. I'm a little nervous about the crowd, but Chris King, what do you think about this Rey, Dragon Lee, Santos Escobar, and Dominic Mysterio match?
It is a bathroom break match, to be honest. This is probably one of the least invested storylines of WrestleMania for me, to be honest.
Well, because of, and for the WWE too.
Yeah, like I still got to give props to Dom because of how much of a heel he's become. But we had not seen anything between him as a dad for almost an entire year until.
To be fair, though, we hadn't seen his dad for a while, though, right? I mean,
he was hurt.
We got to give him that break. Yeah. His dad hadn't been around for a while.
Yeah, so I feel like you're trying to throw this in there to get all these guys.
See, you guys aren't
into
asking the question I have. The question I have, Jimmy, is why is this Dragon Lee and not my guy Andrade? Why is this Dragon Lee and not Andrade? That's my question.
Well, because I think they've already done the Andrade to Judgment Day thing, and it'd be weird having him in this match against Dominic, right?
I don't know though, right? Like I don't 100% know that we understand where Mr. Queen is going to go at this point. We all know that he's my new favorite wrestler because he's Mr. Charlotte
second
Flair.
Favorite wrestler, favorite male wrestler.
But I don't think we know exactly where his allegiances lie at this point, and we've definitely tried to make him be a big deal. And I'm not against Dragon Lee here, but it does kind of feel like, Jim, as if you're saying, right, like not only have Rey and Dominic not been together for a while, but we just kind of pulled Dragon Lee out of nowhere to be like, hey, now you're in the LWO and now you're in this match. You know what I mean? Like just so much of it seems thrown together.
I mean, wait, I'm this Andrade guy, he's not going to be part of Judgment Day, right?
Like, we don't know.
No
that's what I'm saying, Chris. That's what I'm saying.
It's that Ricochet he could be.
Charlotte Flair, and Rhea have history. Why would he, being with Charlotte, then join Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley? That makes no sense.
He's not in with Charlotte, Chris. He's married to Charlotte. All right.
Yeah,
this isn't a kayfabe thing. That's a real life deal.
Yeah. So even more reason That'd be like Rollins joining the Judgment Day, even though
Yeah, but in
Becky's going up against.
kayfabe though, Seth and Becky aren't together, right? Like there's been many times where Becky's been getting her ass beat, and Seth could have showed up and he didn't. They're not together really in kayfabe. We just all know it's real life.
Ah,
I love
That's
still-
what, Jimmy. I mean, am I wrong on that, Jimmy? You're more the kayfabe expert here.
Yeah, they recognize the marriage obviously on television, but yeah, with Andrade and Charlotte, they're both new. They haven't been active together yet since he's been back. So Rod, I'm with you.
I just think it's unfair that you're labeling my guy Mr. Queen already, right? We don't know where he's going. We don't know if he's a Judgment Day guy. We don't know if he's an LWO guy. We don't know if he's the Legado guy. We don't know where he's going yet. I just think it's unfair to my boy, my new boy, who basically is only my boy because he's married to Charlotte Flair, but he's my guy. It's just unfair.
Andrade freaking Flair. Okay. But you know what? It makes more sense because this looks like a SmackDown match to me. Yeah. If Andrade was in here over Dragon Lee, I think it would still look out of place, but I could see where it would be here. We've talked way too much about this match so far.
No,
I think
you're right.
We're going to have Dom and Escobar win this one, Rod.
No, Ray wins. Give the people what they want.
Okay. Chris.
I was going to say Ray wins until Rod said to give the people what they want, and they won't do that. And so I'm going to go with the other team.
I'm on vacation. You're still doing this to me, Chris.
That's right. I'm getting snow tomorrow, Rod. All right.
Yeah, we are getting snow
tomorrow.
It was 72 degrees today, and it's snowing tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen.
It was 88 today, boys, in Winter Haven. All right. It was 88, and I was sitting by the poolside in Legoland drinking a mojito. All right. I have that.
Jimmy, Jay, the Usos, brother versus brother. Of all the bloodline stories, it's so hard because this is so far down the list of all the other stories. I think they're going to have a good match. Jey Uso is so far over, it's not even funny, which is why Jimmy Uso wins this.
Yep, Jimmy, you're right.
You guys are so wrong, all right? We got such a big foreshadow moment on Raw. We had Little Weezy right there, getting it up with Jey Uso, telling us he's going to be dropping his single at WrestleMania. You know Lil Wayne is going to do something to make sure Jay wins and Jimmy doesn't mess it or crab it up or cheat somehow. Lil Wayne is going to be there on Jay's side, Jey Uso for the win.
Jimmy, let me ask you this. How many times do you think Lil Wayne has referred to somebody messing something up as crab it up, like the old man just did right there? How many times do you think that's ever happened?
More than you would think, I think. More than you would think. Yeah, it's weird. This match, there's so much more to a lot of these other matches that this one, even though they've had the storyline going, it's just not up there on my list of things I want to really watch, unfortunately.
No, listen, the reason this is going to be a great match, Jimmy, is because Jey Uso is incapable of having a bad match.
Apparently,
incapable. Yes. No, he is. I'm sorry. We don't give him enough flowers on this podcast. That man is a wonderful, wonderful professional wrestler. All right. He is the master of the near fall. He is the master of the super kick. He is the master of the frog splash. No, he's actually not. I'm sorry. He's not the master of that. That's probably the one thing he shouldn't do as often as he does. But we'll talk about that at a different time. Jimmy is absolutely winning this because this will first tell more brother versus brother storylines as we go on throughout the year. There's no chance that Jay wins this because Jay wins this. He just continues like the rolling pin that he is right now. But Jimmy wins this. We have story to tell. Jimmy wins.
Rod, what happens more? Near fall kickouts or super kicks?
Oh, it's super kicks.
Super kicks.
Super
kicks. Yeah, definitely. But Chris, listen, you're right. There'll be a bunch of great near falls in this match, but they'll still be like 45 super kicks. It'll be insane.
Yeah. In another 6-person tag that has been years in the making, we have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. Give it up for Jade Cargill. She had 3 things to do. She did all 3 excellently. Jade Cargill is a beast. They are winning. They are defeating Damage Control. Are they the Party Crashers anymore? Because Bailey's not in the group anymore. So I feel they're Damage Control now. I don't know.
They're the irrelevant control, Jimmy. That's what they are. All right. They
dare
are
you
the
mention
irrelevant
Asuka in that way.
control. No, listen, they don't even say her name anymore, Jimmy. She's just part of the Kabuki Warriors now. All right. She's not even Asuka. She's not even the longest reigning NXT champ anymore. She's not even former WWE women's champ. She is part of the Kabuki Warriors, Jim, which speaks to the problem here. Okay. It speaks to the problem here. You're absolutely right that Bianca and Jade and Naomi will roll over them. And I think that that's troubling, okay? Because here is something else where Naomi skates by, and the last time we saw Naomi wrestle, she was not good. So we're gonna maybe still be heating Naomi up for a match that she might not be able to deliver on. So I worry about that. But I said it for weeks, Jim. We got to have the EST at WrestleMania. So I'm happy to see her here.
I'm very happy, Chris.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun match for those reasons alone. Rod said it very clear. That's the only reason why this match is interesting. We get to see Jade. We get to see Naomi back after some more time getting back into shape, getting back into ring form, and of course the EST.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun match, and I don't think it's
Jimmy.
gonna go
Honestly,
very
I was
long.
thinking about this the other day when the EST's music hits and you hear "I'm on my own" against the wall, right? Like it's one of the better, right? It's one of the better first couple second hits out there because you know Bianca's coming down to take care of business.
It is. Bianca's just a professional. She's really good. She could carry this brand. She could carry the women's division. She's terrific. And right now, she's not in that main event storyline, but you can bring her in at any time. And
Speaking of any time, Jimmy, do we believe that my girl, we spoke about her a little bit earlier in relation to Mr. Charlotte Flair, but do we think Charlotte's going to pop up right at the end of like Bayley's match or maybe the Becky Rhea match? Like, do we think Charlotte's going to be there? Because clearly they've already advertised she will be at the Fanatics, right? Fan zone.
Yeah.
Do we think we're going to see her as part of the WrestleMania storyline?
We could see her. I don't see why we couldn't. I think we're going to have a really big storyline, though, to end. So they may want to hold that for maybe Raw after WrestleMania. But we could see her. Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Another someone going for a title getting his butt kicked happened on Raw the other night. Gable, Zayn, interesting team there. I think it's time. I think Sami Zayn wins this, and I think it's going to be a heck of a match. Rod.
Oh, I love you went to me first. I'm on the other side. I think Gunther retains here. I think it was absolutely fabulous. The Rocky IV level training montage that they gave us the other night between Gable and our guy Sami Zayn. That was some great stuff. Give me more of that. But I think Gunther wins here.
Okay, Chris?
Yeah, that was the good old double deke there, Jim. Thinking that we're definitely going to see Sammy win after the montage and the beatdown. He's going to get back up. He's going to overcome. Nope, it's Gunther. Gunther's making this title his to own, and we're going to see him run with it.
Gunther will
like
never
you guys have
lose.
taught me, we can't have all the title belts changed at WrestleMania.
In the main event of night one of WrestleMania, we have Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. This match has been built up, I'd say, pretty decently. I guarantee you Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins start this match off. And then the double tag will happen at one point where Rhodes and Rock come in, and that's what people want to see. On Raw, when Seth Rollins did that smile and Cody Rhodes' music hit, and the fans sung that song. So great. That rock bottom, I almost think they probably should have done the rock bottom through the table and ended it. I almost think that. I understand why they didn't, but that was pretty cool. That being said, there is no way Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win this match. Rock and Roman are going to win this match, Chris.
Yeah, I think so. I have really tried to rack my brain trying to figure out a scenario where they don't win or some other shenanigans happen, but I don't see it. I think my theories were a little bit too crazy, even for the WWE, and we know how crazy they are. So I think Rock and Roman win.
Okay, Rod?
Wait a minute. What kind of world are we living in right now where Chris is admitting his theories are crazy? Like, what just happened right there? Like, that just threw me for a complete loop right there. But here's the deal. I'm going to make it about what I'm going to make it about. All right. Seth Rollins. All right. And the reason I think that there's absolutely zero reason that Cody and Seth win this match is because we are setting up Seth Rollins' fall. All right. There's a lot of storylines that are going to come out of this WrestleMania, but one of them is going to be Seth Rollins' fall. All right.
Ooh.
And the story that Drew McIntyre is absolutely on fire telling right now will come true. Okay. And part of that story coming through means that Cody and Seth have to lose on the beginning night. Now, part of the storyline that I want to tell for the Cody-Seth match relates to this, so I'm not going to sort of give it away now, but like for what I believe is going to happen at the end of the match on Sunday night, Cody and Seth have to lose and Rock and Roman win and Bloodline rules fall in place on Sunday night, Jim. That's where I'm at.
Real quick, I think Rock pins Cody. What happens, Chris? How's the match end?
Oh, I think it's Roman who pins Cody.
And that could be it too, 100%.
No,
Rock.
there's no way. There's no way Roman's pinning Cody or vice versa. There's no way that a combination that can happen the next night is happening. Jimmy's absolutely right there. So, but I think Seth Rollins takes the pin.
You think Seth Rollins gets pinned by
Roman?
Okay.
Roman
pins Seth.
Because, Jimmy, I think, again, that relates to what I'm going to talk about on Sunday night, right? Like, Cody seems to be not involved at that point, right? Again, the deck is stacked against Cody Rhodes. Something happened on night before that didn't have anything to do with Cody that stacks the deck against him for Sunday night.
And remember, Seth Rollins always has a plan B. That was awesome on Raw. On Raw. Sunday opener: Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I love how Drew McIntyre has done his entire character for the past couple months. Unbelievable. He tells the truth, and it makes him a heel. He's got to win this championship belt. He's got to beat Seth Rollins. I think Drew beats Seth here, Chris.
I really hope so. And for your information, I'm going to pick Drew to win because I am a Drew fan, and of course, I want my guy to win.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yes.
That's how you. Yes.
Yes.
It's who you like, who you don't like, who's mean, who's nice. Yep.
Yep. However, I do think that all that being said, that Rollins probably deserves to hold on to this belt. To be fair.
Okay, but you're picking Drew to win.
Yep.
All right, Rod. I know you don't like to talk about this. Your boy deserves the championship.
I love it. Chris is throwing.
Is he going to?
Chris is throwing flowers to my guy. He's throwing flowers to my guy, and I love it. But no, if he's listen, I have to respect greatness when it comes. All right, and there's greatness in a lot of different forms in the WWE. We talk about it. Not everybody can be top of the line, right? There's greatness within mid cards. There's greatness within tag teams, and what Drew McIntyre is doing right now is greatness in a number one contender, right? You need that guy who is coming up, who gets the crowd in the palm of their hands, either hating or loving him. And the way Jimmy laid it out was perfect. Drew absolutely wins this match. 100% wins this match. Seth is beat down after losing the night before, after losing his title belt at the beginning of this match. And that sets up again perfectly into what I think will happen at the end of this night. So Seth goes down. I'm sorry. Okay, Seth, I'm still your guy. You're still a visionary, a revolutionary. I got your little figure with me. I brought you down to Winter Haven with me in my luggage. All right, my guy. But unfortunately, I think you're losing.
We have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. The Pride, if you will, against the Final Testament in another SmackDown match. Listen, you're not going to find a bigger person who wants Karrion Kross to succeed than me. They have to win this because if they don't, they're nothing. There's nothing going forward with this group. I'm going Final Testament on this. Bobby Lashley will be fine. The Street Profits are kind of down, but they can come back at any second. They just need to do some really big moves. Final Testament needs something. They've got to win this, so I'm going to pick Final Testament to win this, Rod.
Jimmy, I'm a little more worried about the profits than you are at this point. All right. We're living
Okay.
in a scenario where like we tried to do something different with the profits and it didn't work and we had to bring them back. So I'm a little more worried about them. But here's the question I have. Karrion Kross made it a big deal to point out, Bobby, what happened? Nobody gets to go to WrestleMania, and now all of them get to go to WrestleMania. So, I mean, again, I don't know. So, I mean, you give me over under 4 minutes on this match at WrestleMania, I might go under, but I guess Karrion Kross and the Final Testament has to win here because if they don't, there's no reason for Occam, Razor, Paul Ellering, Scarlett, or Karrion Kross.
So, Chris, I know you don't like the Final Testaments, and you like the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. So I'm thinking you're going to pick Street Profits and Bobby Lashley.
I have questions about why this got
matters?
pushed to a WrestleMania match. I mean, I know we have 2 nights of real wrestling to actually have take place, and not where you have a Monday Night Raw where there's 2 hours of extra stuff instead of wrestling. But anyways, I don't know why we had to get this match pushed onto WrestleMania unless we're going to see a Karrion Kross and Final Testament push. Why else do we have this match? I think you're right. I think that they will probably win, but I am going to pick and root for Street Profits and Bobby Lashley.
So you,
Because
I think Final Testament's going to win, but you're going to pick the other team.
yes.
Okay.
Jimmy, I think what we're leaving out here, is the fact that Bobby Lashley's Andre the Giant Battle Royal win last year
Always comes. It
guarantees
has.
this
You
spot.
have to put that in
Yeah.
perspective. You have to.
Yeah.
And Chris,
And it's going to be huge this year when Ricochet wins it, Jimmy. It's going to be huge this year when Ricochet wins it.
I actually think Ivar's going to win it, but you want to get people on WrestleMania as much as you can, Chris. You want to get as many people as you can. That's why they have a 6-pack ladder match challenge. It'd be better with 2 teams. Six teams is going to be insane because you're wrestling at WrestleMania. It's a dream come true. 70,000 people. I don't believe Karrion Kross has. That's pretty cool. So that's why. That's the only reason.
You know who definitely has it? Occam. Occam definitely hasn't wrestled.
Razor maybe, but not Occam.
Yeah.
In a match
definitely.
that I am looking forward to, the storyline hasn't been very succinct. It's kind of random, but I have a feeling that these 2 guys are going to say, "Screw you! We're going to go out. We're going to steal the show." I don't know if they're capable of that, but AJ Styles, who is capable of that, and LA Knight are wrestling. I think they're going to have the best match they possibly can. I really, really hope the crowd is into it. I think they're going to be for LA Knight. I'm very concerned, but I think this is LA Knight's WrestleMania moment. He was kept off last year's WrestleMania. If Triple H was in charge, I think he would have been on it. I think LA Knight goes home with the win on this one, Chris.
Yeah, I do too. Not only does LA Knight deserve it, this is also a Slim Jim sponsored match, and we know the Slim Jim. But listen, it's
Slim
our
Jim on
boy.
a pole match.
It is LA Knight's match, all right? And I think if anybody controls the crowd as good as anybody right now, it's still LA Knight, and they're going to be behind him, and he's going to make that crowd pop as soon as we hear his music.
Yeah.
And he's going to have them chant the whole time. They're not going to want to root for AJ Styles. So, but if AJ Styles performs like we've seen him, then it's going to be a hell of a match, and we're going to see and hear this is awesome chants, and LA Knight's going to come out on top.
AJ Styles has had a weird WrestleMania history. He had that awesome match with The Undertaker during the pandemic, the Boneyard match there. He had a very hyped up match against Shinsuke Nakamura when he came in as champion and the Nakamura did the low blow and everyone's like, what? Why? One of the dumbest endings ever. Thanks there. He who shall not be named. Rod, do you think this is going to be a good match, and who do you have winning this one?
I don't actually. Here's the thing. I'm going to lose some fans, I think, right now, but I'm not sure LA Knight is a capable enough wrestler of making this be the match that we all kind of secretly hope it's going to be. Yeah, I just don't think he is. Like AJ Styles is, but you said it. AJ doesn't have the storyline. The crowd doesn't really know where to go with AJ right now. I think they secretly kind of like him, but right now they're supposed to hate him and they love it. LA Knight, but like I don't think they secretly think he should actually beat AJ Styles. And so it just kind of like leaves both guys in a weird position. So like, I think you're right, Jimmy. Everything that you said is what us and deep in wrestling Twitter want to be a thing. But like, what's actually going to happen is AJ Styles is going to beat LA Knight.
Wow. Okay.
I am getting more and more tired of every podcast that I share with this gentleman who has allowed me into this network to just crap and jump ship on so many supposed
You're still mad about the Kings?
the Kings, the Cubs,
Dude.
now LA Knight. I mean, where is it going to end?
It won't. Just because now he knows it really ticks you off. You're still mad about the Kings. That's hilarious. We have Logan Paul. We have Kevin Owens, and we have Randy Orton for the United States Championship and a belt that hasn't been defended in a couple days. I think this is going to be a solid match overall. I think the crowd will be into it. I'm going to pick Logan Paul to retain here. I don't know why. I'm just going to pick him to retain here, Chris.
I am really excited for this match.
Good.
I am excited to see Randy Orton on a big stage. I love Kevin Owen. I think you're going to see a whole lot of craziness. I think we'll see some great action. I also think we're going to see Logan Paul keep the belt because I think he is a great heel to have the U.S. title. And we all know that not all belts can change hands at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Chris has said that about every single championship. I think this WrestleMania. Rod, if a heel has the belt and he's a great heel but never defends the belt, is he actually a good champion? I think is the question. Do you think Logan Paul is a good champion? Do you think he will remain champion after this?
Man, see, Jimmy, I'm not sure that the question you just asked me is 100%. I mean, it's a fair question, right? It's a fair question. My answer to your question would be no, right? At this point, no. Do I believe Logan Paul could be that someday? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that he's earned the win he's going to get here at WrestleMania? No, but I think Logan Paul wins. And I think he wins because we need a feud between Randy and KO. And the only reason to have a feud between Randy and KO is if something goes crazy in this match and Logan Paul slithers out and these two dudes are left in the middle of the ring. Like, what the hell just happened? And they're mad at each other. And then we can milk some story out of them towards SummerSlam.
We could also have it where somebody steals the other person's win, too. Kevin Owens gives Logan Paul a stunner. Randy Orton gives the KO the RKO.
Which was incredible, though, by the way, when they put those back-to-back. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Hasn't Logan Paul done everything that you two have asked him to do since he won this belt? You wanted somebody who was going to be on Instagram, on his own shows,
I just
out
said
there
he was going to win.
Yeah, but you just were saying, is he a good champion? And you were trying to say no. I think he is. He's
no, because he hasn't
doing...
wrestled enough. I was answering Jimmy's question, Chris.
I meant wrestling because yes, Chris, I think you're correct. Or do you want to just fight about it? Just to fight about it. We can do whatever. Let's look
That's
at
good too.
Jim and Chris fight for no reason. I agree with you. He's done everything good on that end. He just hasn't wrestled. So like if he's not on the shows and he's not wrestling.
What's weird, Jimmy, is he showed up more than he used to, right? But he still hasn't wrestled a lot. So it's like it's kind of wild.
He is wrestling. He is definitely wrestling more than he did before he had a belt. We are seeing him wrestle during the weekly shows, which we never saw.
Well, he's not wrestling, Chris. He's just appearing.
He's there.
He had to have a match.
He had one match. Yeah, it was his first match, I think, on Raw ever. Or Smack, whatever it was on.
My point still stands. That's more than what he did before.
Okay,
so Logan Paul can have one match, and he's that much better than Roman Reigns. It's ridiculous out of you, Chris. It's ridiculous.
I hate Logan Paul, too.
Speaking of better than Roman Reigns, Bayley versus Io Sky. Bayley gets the win here. I don't think she's going to come out in the Bayley music. I really don't. But I think she's going to get the win, and this is going to be an awesome WrestleMania.
Why not, Jim? We haven't seen her for a while. Why couldn't we see that? We haven't seen her for a while.
I don't know. I really want to. I don't want to get my hopes up. You know, I'm like Chris, and this one I'm kind of like Chris.
You.
I'm going
Jimmy,
with my head.
Listen, this is my fault. This is my fault. I've made fun of you too many times now for wanting Pete Dunne to come back. All right.
I was right.
For wanting DIY, right? You were right on all that. But I made too much fun of you that now you don't want to get out on a limb again here, and so you're willing to back off on the Bayley stuff. You called this months ago, and now you're backing off, Jimmy. I'm bummed out about this. All
right, you talked me into it. She's coming out as Bayley, and she's going to win.
That's my guy.
Chris, throw some cold water on this.
I've never seen this Bailey you speak of wrestle before. I've only known this current party crasher Bailey. I also think that she's going to win whatever Bailey she decides to be. um, but yeah, I don't. I think Io Sky goes back to being a Kabuki warrior with the other four, and that's what they'll be now. Instead of Damage Control, they'll just all be Kabuki warriors.
Everyone is a Kukabuki warrior. Okay.
And Bailey will be the women's champ.
Rod,
See, this
anything
is what I'm
else to
saying,
say?
Jimmy. I knew at least that Io Sky's never been a Kabuki warrior. I knew that
Yes.
at least.
Oh,
right?
I was just going to
knew
go
that.
by that. It's Chris. He's precious. Rod, you have Bailey winning this one?
I do, but like, you could convince me of a world where if Io Sky retains here, it does things for Io Sky to like put her in a bit of a stratosphere, right? Like you could convince me of how that would work here, right? Because then like she's got a long reign going on. She's put together a lot of good matches. You know, she beats Bailey here when all of us thought Bailey was coming back, right? You could convince me of an area where she wins and then Charlotte shows up at the top of the ramp like, okay, cool, you think you're queen stuff, but like now I'm back and I'm the real queen. So like, I don't know. I'm going to go Bailey here, but like this is the one I'm the most torn up about. I could really see a world where Io Sky retains here because I, unlike Chris, haven't said this the entire podcast. Not every belt is going to change hands. So this is the one that I worry about a little bit.
A match a year in the making. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. In a bloodline rules match, according to all three of us. Rod, I think you and I might have around the same. I want to go to Rod first because I want Rod to get his take out first. I think he earned it. So, Rod, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of the World WWE title.
Okay, listen, I'm going to start here, Jim, real quick and say that I believe I'm the one person on this podcast who would not come on here April 8th or 9th, whenever we happen to podcast
Correct.
after WrestleMania.
There would be no podcast if what you say is happening happened. Yeah, we know would cease to exist.
No, wait a minute. I've not made a prediction, but I'm just saying that if Roman walks out of WrestleMania retaining the belt, I believe I'd be the one person on here not losing my mind, okay? Hence my t-shirt on here right now. But what do I believe is going to happen? I think we have done nothing but lay out the scenario for all of us WWE Universe to get, and this is something I will give my man Jimmy Jamriska, fabulous producer of this podcast, host of this podcast, credit for this because he's called it this, the Marvel Endgame moment, okay? When Doctor Strange shows up and does his thing with his hands and the little circles pop up and all the different Marvel characters pop back out into the universe ready to throw it down after Captain America gets Thor's hammer into his hand and he's ready to roll, all right? After all that happens and people cheer at Marvel Endgame, that's what's going to happen in this match, okay? Bloodline rules, we all said is going to happen. It's going to look like the stocks are down. The things are against Cody Rhodes again. Everybody's going to get ready to start booing, and somebody's music's going to hit from the back. Now, do I secretly believe in me that music might be glass breaking and a guitar riff? I kind of do, all right? Now, do I want to 100% predict that? I'm a little bit afraid to, but I really think we're going to see a scenario where because of bloodline rules, people will flood to the ring and part the seas of the bloodline cheap schmaz that we have always seen, and Cody Rhodes will probably win. Will I be mad if Roman retains? I won't, but I'm predicting Cody will win.
Everyone who Roman Reigns has beaten over the past 3 years that is in WWE still will come down, and it will culminate with, I think, some glass shattering for sure. Austin Rock is getting a stunner. There's no question he is getting a stunner. And they're going to take everybody out. And Cody will beat Roman Reigns cleanly, though. It won't be all these guys giving
and guys will be they'll be pushing
everybody else. Then Cody beats Roman that way. It is the Avengers ending. It is what you go to YouTube and you see the audience reactions and everyone freaks out. This is going to be that YouTube moment. It's going to be fantastic. They're going to do it right. Cody Rhodes will be winning the championship belt. He will put the belt over his mother's shoulder. He will present his mother the belt at the end of WrestleMania. And the
So
only thing that would make it better would if his brother was there too.
So it's not going to be The Rock presenting his mom with the bloody weight belt, Jimmy. It's not going to be that at the end of the match.
Wouldn't it be funny if everything happened the way he said it was, and then he still lost and Rock gave him yeah, that'd be great. All right, Chris. Speaking of Rock giving a bloody belt to Cody's mother, what's your prediction?
There's
Avengers.
There is so much to unpack in the Avengers-esque type ending that you guys have portrayed to me so far. I don't know if we're going to get that big time Stone Cold reveal, John Cena type reveal. I don't know. If we do
Brock
get
Lesnar.
if we do get it, I don't think it's going to be at this match because
Lesnar, Jimmy, I never even thought of Lesnar being on the side of the good here. That's a great call.
I think I'm going to go a little bit outside the box on my theory to how we end this WrestleMania, the largest WrestleMania.
No, you are not about to do this right now. Don't do this after everything you said for a year and a half. Don't do this.
What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? What's your prediction?
Cody is going to get a clean pin on Roman.
Oh, okay. All
right. That's going to happen. That's step one. We know it's going to be Bloodline rules. There will be some shenanigans, probably involving Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Rollins, maybe Drew. Who knows?
No. Seth and Drew will be toast. They're not coming out.
I understand. I'm just saying. I'm just giving a general idea. I don't know who it's going to be, but there'll be something. But it's going to allow Cody to get the clean cover on Roman. That will appease.
I believe that's exactly what we said.
Well, you just wait. Appease all the Cody crybabies out there because they'll get a clean pin. But the final boss always has something up their sleeve. There's a reason that they are the final boss, and we won't have known nor seen, but know that somehow, some way, that the final boss has removed that Money in the Bank contract from Damian Priest because he no longer has used it. Turns around, delivers a rock bottom to Cody, gets the ref to ding, 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 gets the 1, 2, 3, delivers the people's elbow, gives him a bloody belt, lashing, and delivers that bloody belt to his mother because it now belongs to The Rock, the final boss in WWE.
Wow.
So Bloodline rules is no matter who wins, The Rock goes against him and beats him.
He is the final boss, Jim.
Okay, two things. Number one, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Number two, it's actually not that bad of an idea because people would lose their shit on that because we have Cody winning finally. It's over. Yay. No. I'm the final boss in Bloodline rules. And then he pulls a Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 10. Oh, God. No.
But Jimmy, what Chris brought up here is something that neither one of us was willing to talk about, and something that I think we brought up a little bit leading up to this. Do we foresee a scenario where Rock screws Roman, and that's sort of the way that this match ends? Jimmy, paint that picture for us.
I can do it. Happens the exact opposite. Roman gets a pin on Cody through Bloodline rules, turns around, final boss, rock bottom, people's elbow, ding, 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 1, 2, 3, match's over. Final boss. Again.
Oh, Cody fucking fans will. I'm sorry, I just cursed there, Jimmy. I'm on vacation, but Cody fans would go crazy if that's how it ends.
So I think if you have a false finish, they might it's Philadelphia and an out of country crowd. They may burn down the city. You've got legitimately might burn down the city. So you got to be careful on that. If Roman Reigns loses the pin, but it can't be. Something's got to happen where Roman and Rock, something happens on the first night where they lose and The Rock is pissed at Hey, got a plus. Hey, thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate that. I
Nice.
don't really know what that was, but okay. We'll take
God
it.
bless that person.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
I think it was me.
This is WrestleMania XL, the largest WrestleMania in the history of the WWE.
Until next year.
How can you
Right.
not have the largest WrestleMania ever and with the largest WWE superstar in history,
Stone Cold
as
Steve Austin.
the final boss, walk away
Hulk
with the
Hogan.
belt?
Okay.
No. Okay, be serious, gentlemen. All right, there is no
What do you mean be
larger.
serious? You
There is
kidding
no
me?
larger superstar than Dwayne Johnson, a WWE superstar that is a household name beyond just wrestling. All right,
Chris, I'm gonna tell you
This
something
is-
right now. You walk up and down a random street in this great country of ours and ask people the name of a professional wrestler. I'm gonna tell you right now, 5 out of those 10 people are still giving you Hulk Hogan. That's just all there is to it, my friend.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
5 are giving you The Rock. If you want to put it that way, I mean, you're just pulling a
3 of them
stat
are giving
out
you
of
Stone Cold.
you.
I think they're
are
giving us
pulling.
almost.
You are pulling a stat out of your butt. There's not any way.
Oh, no.
that you know.
I think
No.
Rod's low. I think Rod might be low. It's
No.
Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan.
Hogan is still
No.
the most famous professional
You
wrestler
guys-
that's ever existed.
You guys call me the old man. You guys are talking old. Hogan.
No, we're just pointing out what's real. Is Hogan
Oh.
a guy that has a checkered past? Absolutely.
Everybody
But
knows
most
who The
famous
Rock is.
professional wrestler that's
Everybody
ever
has
existed is
seen
Hulk Hogan.
multiple movies with The Rock in it, and
Including
everybody knows
Jumanji,
The
The
Rock
Next Level.
used to be a
People have
WWE
seen
star.
Thunder in Paradise.
No, they
People have seen
haven't.
No Holds
No,
Barred.
they haven't.
People have seen
No,
Mr.
they
Nanny.
haven't. No, they haven't.
People
Most
have seen Suburban Commando.
No, they haven't.
They've seen the syndicated TV series Thunder in Paradise with Carol Alt. They've seen it, Chris. Hulk
Okay,
Hogan is
so-
still the most famous professional wrestler that's ever existed. I'm sorry. He is.
So Chris King has stated for a fact that The Rock will end up leaving WrestleMania as the undisputed WWE
That's ridiculous.
Universal
That's ridiculous.
Heavyweight Championship champion of the world.
No chance.
If that's what you
He,
got.
who,
No
he
chance.
who shall not be named. No chance in hell.
I told you guys before, so my theories are crazy.
I
All
think
right.
that The Rock is going to screw Roman. I really do. I think
could
they're
happen.
going to try to come out of this WrestleMania with Roman as a babyface. I really do. I love the Avengers Endgame, and I'm predicting that to try to prove to people I'm smart, but I love The Rock screwing Roman and trying to get Roman over as babyface. I love that idea.
We have a
Okay.
new chance for an evil corporate villain that works so well in the WWE, and this is the beginning of it.
He's not going to stick around, Chris. You yell about Roman Reigns not being around. There's no chance that your guy, Dwayne Johnson, the most famous man on the planet, can keep coming back to WWE week after week.
Yeah, he can essentially make this belt meaningless, right? So then we're essentially back to just one realistic heavyweight championship belt.
And then you'll hate that belt the same way that you hate Roman's belt, Chris. Is that what you want?
No, I want that just to disappear. But it gives
And
us
with-
a
I'm not sure where
great
we landed,
storyline.
Chris. I'm not sure where we landed. I'm not sure if Chris knows what he wants. That's the kind of wrestling fan he is right
So
now.
Chris wants just the white belt, the world belt to be the belt. That's
Yeah.
what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Drew. Oh, because Drew. That's why. Right.
Yeah.
That's where we met.
Yep. See, Jimmy, you just hit it. That's all Chris really wants.
And with that, you've been listening to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the Morgan You Knows podcasting network. You're in the ring with Jimmy, Rod, and Chris.
I did this on vacation, people. That's how much I love it. So if I am willing to do this podcast on vacation, all we need you to do is like, all right? If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button like them dudes say all the time on YouTube videos. If you're liking on some sort of podcast platform like Podbean, like Google Podcasts, like Spotify, Apple, like us there, give us a comment. That would be amazing. When you say a comment, it allows other people that like wrestling podcasts to maybe hear about ours. If I can do it on vacation, you can do it when you listen.
Goodbye, net. Yeah.